Destruction of the temple in Jerusalem was the fulfillment of prophecy that affected the entire world. This is a painting of the destruction that's going on the 9th of Av, a special day, as you're going to learn near the end of the lecture, 70 A.D. It was Jesus, the Messiah, who forecast the destruction of the temple and all Judea. Watch very closely. He said in Mark 13:2, "Not one stone will be left upon another that will not be thrown down." Not a single stone. Secular sources such as Wikipedia acknowledge this astounding prophecy of Jesus being fulfilled to the very letter. Here's what Wikipedia says. Mark 13 is the 13th chapter of the Gospel of Mark. We knew that, but Wikipedia didn't know it very well. In the New Testament of the Christian Bible, it contains Jesus' predictions of the destruction of the Temple of Jerusalem and disaster for Judea. For a secular source to admit this is very important. Amazingly, all excavations, all sites in Israel, I should have added all locations throughout Israel, begin with a pile of stones that's been thrown down. Billy, every stone we moved was a fulfillment. Total destruction. Now let's see how total that destruction really was. Luke 21:24 announces, it's even more specific. Jesus said, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive." And here is an illustration of the Jews being deported from their own city en masse. 70 A.D., 9th of Av. "Shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled." And the times of the Gentiles are getting pretty ripe right now. If you watch the news, if you harbor patriotism and the generation that produced our liberties, we need to hold on to it every moment we can, because the times of the Gentiles is getting pretty ripe. And let me add, pretty raunchy. On the 9th of Av, Av is either July or August, it's late summer on the Jewish calendar. On the 9th of Av, 70 A.D., the temple was laid waste by the Romans under Titus. When we walk on the wall of Jerusalem, I'm going back March 2020 for the 19th time. Why am I going back? Because my trip's been paid for. And Dr. Scudder in Chicago, who pastors a church, runs 3,000. They have their own travel agency. He pays my way, so I will go over early and stay late and make telecasts that they can use on their coast-to-coast network, and it's broadcast in some foreign countries as well. So they pay my way to do that. And they provide a bus in case other friends want to go with me. In fact, our pastor's going, right? And his wife's going. And that's 1 year. So in case you want to go, just leave your name there so we'll know how to contact you and get a brochure to you. On the 9th of Av, 70 A.D., the temple was laid waste by the Romans under Titus. What I was going to say there, when we walk on the wall of Jerusalem, that wall is only 350 years old, erected by Saladin. Because the wall itself, other than some of the main towers on the wall itself was destroyed. Everything was destroyed, just like Jesus said. And on this very day, in AD 135, at the conclusion of a 3.5-year revolt, the Romans crushed the army of the Messianic Simon Bar Kokhba. Dio Cassius relates that the whole of Judea was in revolt. How extensive was that revolt? How extensive was Jesus' prophecy completely fulfilled? To quail the rebellion, Hadrian, emperor in Rome, dispatched Julius Severus, his ablest general, from Britain. The Romans destroyed 985 towns. Jerusalem had already been destroyed in 70 A.D. The citizenry there had been deported. Now, Simon Bar Kokhba said, I am the Messiah, follow me, and will rebel against the Romans. They did rebel. The Romans destroyed 985 towns in Palestine and slew 580,000 men. Those were the soldiers, volunteer soldiers of the Israelis left. A still larger number perished through starvation, disease, and fire. All Judea was laid waste, and Bar Kokhba himself fell defending Bether, just outside Jerusalem. When Jesus said there won't be one stone left upon another in all Judea, when Jesus talks, you better listen. He is God in the flesh.